This is the after story of the previous one. Sofia Bennett always imagined her wedding would be romantic. She did not imagine it would involve a bomb-sniffing dog named Cannoli and 3 former mobsters arguing about flower arrangements. Yet, here she was. The wedding was set in a sunlit courtyard behind Luca's restaurant, Moretti's. Fairy lights, white roses, soft music. Sofia twirled in front of the mirror in her dress. "Be honest," she said to her best friend Mia. "Do I look bridal or like I'm about to overthrow a small European country?" "Both," Mia said, "which tracks considering you're marrying a former mafia boss." Across the courtyard, Luca adjusted his tie for the 5th time. "Relax," said his former right-hand man, Matteo. "You've negotiated arms deals. You can handle vows." Luca exhaled. "Arms dealers do not cry if you say the wrong thing." Chaos began at 2:17 p.m. First, Sofia's Aunt Rosa discovered that Luca had hired security. "Why are there men with earpieces at a wedding?" she demanded. "They're just enthusiastic ushers," Sofia said weakly. Meanwhile, Luca's past decided to RSVP without permission. A black car pulled up. Matteo stiffened. "It's the DeLuca family." Luca closed his eyes. "Of course it is." Out stepped 2 sharply dressed men who definitely did not look like they were here for cake. Sofia spotted the tension immediately and marched over, veil flying. "Hi," she said brightly. "Are you here to object dramatically, or did you bring a gift?" The taller man blinked. "We brought a gift." "Great," she said. "Table 3. No weapons during dessert." Luca stared at her. "You cannot talk to them like that," he muttered. "I absolutely can. It's my wedding." To Luca's shock, the DeLuca men actually obeyed. Then came the ring incident. 5 minutes before the ceremony, Matteo patted his pockets. His expression went pale. "Luca." "What?" "The rings." "What about them?" "I may have given the box to the flower girl."
The flower girl was 6-year-old Emily. Emily loved sparkly things. Emily was now nowhere to be found. Sofia lifted her skirt and started running. "We are not losing the symbol of our eternal love because of a 6-year-old, she yelled. They found Emily under the dessert table, attempting to marry the rings to a cupcake. Luca crouched down calmly. "Emily?" She looked up. "Yes, Mr. Fancy?" "Those are very important." She considered this. "More important than frosting?" "Yes." She handed them over. "Okay, but your cake better be good." Finally, the ceremony began. Guests settled. Music swelled. Sofia walked down the aisle, glowing. Luca forgot how to breathe. When she reached him, she whispered, "If you faint, I'm stepping over you." "I will not faint," he whispered back. The officiant smiled nervously. "Dearly beloved." A loud crash interrupted him. Everyone turned. Cannoli, the security dog, had tackled a waiter. "False alarm," Matteo shouted. "He just smells nervous." Sofia burst out laughing. And that was it. The tension shattered. Even Luca laughed. "Continue," Sofia said, wiping tears, "before something else explodes." When it came time for vows, Luca's hands trembled slightly. "Sofia," he began, voice steady but soft. "I once believed love was a weakness, something to exploit." She squeezed his hands. "You proved me wrong. You walked into my life with basil and chaos. You saw everything I was and stayed." Luca's hands trembled slightly. "Sofia," he began, voice steady but soft. "I once believed love was a weakness, something to exploit." She squeezed his hands. "You proved me wrong. You walked into my life with basil and chaos. You saw everything I was and stayed." There wasn't a dry eye in the courtyard. "I promise you honesty, loyalty, and a life far less dramatic than the one I left." Sofia grinned. "Good luck with that." Her turn. "Luca Moretti," she said, "you are stubborn, intense, and mildly terrifying before coffee." The guests laughed. "But you are also the gentlest man I know. You make pasta from scratch. You rescue kittens. You love like it's sacred." She swallowed. "I promise to stand beside you, to challenge you, and to never let you brood in silence for more than 20 minutes. "That is generous," he murmured.
I love you, she finished. I love you too, he replied. The officiant cleared his throat. By the power vested in me, Aunt Rosa shouted, kiss her already. Lupa didn't need to be told twice. He pulled Sofia into a kiss that was equal parts passion and relief. The courtyard erupted in cheers. Even the DeLucas applauded. At the reception, chaos returned in full force. Matteo cried during his speech. Aunt Rosa tried to interrogate Luca about grandchildren. The DeLuca sent over an absurdly expensive espresso machine as a gesture of peace. Sofia leaned against Luca during their first dance. Still think marrying me was a good idea? She asked. He twirled her gently under the lights. You turned my life upside down, he said. She smirked. You're welcome. He kissed her forehead. But it has never been better. As fairy lights glowed and laughter filled the night, Luca realized something. This chaos, this loud, unpredictable, joy-filled mess, it wasn't danger. It wasn't fear. It was family. And for the first time in his life, Luca Moretti didn't want control. He just wanted her. Forever.